growing up, you know, even though the circumstances were as you described, would you say that you had like a fairly normal childhood?
No.
Tell me about it.
The one thing he could get away with doing it and how he did it was saying, we're going to play a game. And we play this game. We're going to play this game later on in life, but with different people. But I want to teach you the game. Mind you, I went along with it because I'm 6. I like games. I like to play games. I didn't know what it was until he did it, and I got uncomfortable, and I told my family. And
what's up, YouTube? Some content is just too spicy for YouTube, so make sure you join the Patreon. ASI The X-Files. It's $5 a month, and I'm gonna make sure it's worth every penny. It's gonna get spicy, so make sure you join ASI The X-Files. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
I'm all right. How about you?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day out here.
It is.
Beautiful day. So okay, so right off the bat, are you homeless?
Yes, unfortunately, I am.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22. You look like such a baby. I'm sure you get that a lot. And so, all right, so 22. How long have you been in this situation of homelessness?
Probably about 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months. And do me a favor, turn to me. I know you might be a little camera shy or whatever, but okay, so 4 or 5 months. What happened 4 or 5 months ago that caused you to become in this situation?
So really the people I was staying with, and I'm not gonna lie, the people I was staying with was not responsible. Mind you, they were older than me. They were supposed to pay their partial rent and did not, and I was the only one. So the new homeowner ended up putting a family of 13 out, including me. And I've been rocking it from hotel to Airbnb for the last 4 months,
Oof.
5 months. So I've been here for a good, let's say, 2 months,
Right.
or 3 months. So, and it's been a lot. I've been having to pay at least $1,000 every 2 weeks to stay there, and I stay at.
Okay, so I'm gonna blur that part out. Okay, but because we don't want everybody knowing where you stay. But okay, yeah, I mean that's one of the most expensive ways to live out here.
Yeah.
Is the hotels, because then you still oftentimes have to get food and that type of stuff. So okay, so how long were you staying with? Was that family or was just that a situation that you had found?
That was a situation.
How long were you staying there?
I was staying with them most of my life, really, since I was 13.
Wow.
So, you know, the things that people do nowadays is outrageous, but it is what it is. Life is life, and right now they're struggling just as bad as I am right now.
Yeah.
So.
Are you thugging it out by yourself, or do you have someone that you kind of hunker down with?
No, I'm actually engaged, and I'm thugging it out with her right now because that was her family. So they ended up leaving her behind as well. So we're thugging it out here.
Were y'all together when you were living there?
Mm-hmm.
And you had been there since 13?
Mm-hmm.
When did y'all get together?
13, 14.
Oh, so y'all been together for years.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's 22, I'm 22.
Okay, wow. Okay, so let's figure this situation out. So that happened 4 or 5 months ago, and you had been living there for years. Okay, and so what about like mom or dad or anything like that?
My father is also going through homelessness right now. My mother is also going through homelessness. She's actually staying with her boss. I haven't been under my parents' care since the age of 13 because we've been struggling since I was 5 in hotels back and forth. I've been homeless most of my life, so this is not something new to me. But my family, my parents, they can't even take care of me themselves because they're trying to take care of themselves right now with a Kroger job and a father that's not working. So
yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Okay, so do you have any siblings?
I do. I have 2. I have a sister named Jessica.
We have to say the name, but
I have a sister,
older or younger?
She's 30.
30? Okay.
My brother is older than me as well. He's 23.
So you're the baby?
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, and have you ever been married? I see
no.
you're engaged now.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
No.
No. Okay. So let's just start from the beginning. So where are you from?
I'm from here. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
You from Atlanta? What part?
The metro area, Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Okay, man. Shout out Stone Mountain, man. Shout out the East Side all day. All right, and so growing up here in Atlanta, did you have both mom and dad in the household? Sounds like you had them up to 5.
Yeah, I actually had them up till I was 13, and then they split. They had to send me off to Florida with my aunt because of the circumstances we was in. We was getting put out then too. So they sent me to Florida, and ever since then, I haven't been with my family. I haven't been with my people.
Okay. And so growing up, you know, even though the circumstances were as you described, would you say that you had like a fairly normal childhood?
No.
Tell me about it.
I lived in a very strict household. I couldn't go to parties. I couldn't go and I couldn't make friends. I couldn't dress up the way I wanted to because it was considered me growing up too fast. I was bullied majority of my life. So it was, you know, just me being bullied because of my tooth being cracked. And because I'm naturally pretty, a lot of people like to hate on that. But I've been, yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so did you like end up going to high school and stuff like that?
I did, but I ended up getting taken out of high school because of the certain situation and circumstances I was up under. I was up under my granddad around the time, and he wasn't the best man. He's actually very popular. He works in the movie business. He's garbage. He treats his family like garbage. So, you know.
You say he's in the movie industry?
He is.
And he's popular?
Yes.
Here in Atlanta?
Yep.
Wow. And okay, well, you know, I guess that kind of gets us to it a little bit. I normally always ask this question, especially of young ladies, but also young men. When you were younger, did anything like ever happen to you or anything like that?
Unfortunately, yes. I was touched. I have been touched. I have been abused. I've let friends, families, fathers get too close to me, and I was almost drugged one time in the woods with crack.
What age did that happen?
I was 18. I was just about to turn 18 in like 3 days, and the man saw me as basically a pretty token because I was just about to turn 18. I was older than the rest of my friends, and the friend that his father was younger than me, so she hadn't seen him in a while either. And when I had met him, I'm a respectful person. I like to meet your parents so they know what type of person you're hanging around. And that man ended up being evil. He did a lot of things he wasn't supposed to do and didn't tell his own daughter. And by the end of that, I haven't seen nor saw him. I know he was released, but I've been trying to keep him.
So wait, did he go to jail because of what he did to you?
No, he actually went to jail for 3 other counts of the same issue in different states. So
did he R-word you is what I'm hearing?
He tried to. Let's say that.
Okay, so attempted R-word?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to, you know, have God in my side and stay on my P's and Q's and stay safe with myself, because if, you know, in certain situations like that, you can't just want to do something because you don't know what that person's intentions really truly might be. So play it safe until you get somewhere safe.
Sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
What was the first age that something like that ever happened to you?
I was actually around 6 or 7, and my brother, he molested me. So,
the one that's like a year older than you?
Yeah, he
Where do you think he learned that from?
He learned it because he was going on he was going on the internet, and he found out about the P word. He found out about that. So he was watching it, and he was kind of intrigued with it because he's a boy, and for the fact that he didn't get out much and he was a strict child and a strict household, he thought because I was the only female around that he could do it with me, and see, I was only 5 or 6. So the one thing he could get away with doing it and how he did it was saying, we're going to play a game, and we play this game. We're going to play this game later on in life, but with different people, but I want to teach you the game. Mind you, I went along with it because I'm 6. I like games. I like to play games. I didn't know what it was until he did it, and I got uncomfortable, and I told my family, and they really didn't do anything about it because they didn't know if it was real or not, or if it was true or not. But they ended up finding out years later that it was real.
How did they find out?
Because I came to them about 3 different times. I told them the first time, they kind of said I was doing it for attention. I did it the second time of getting attention, and then I went to my grandmother and I told her, like, hey, you know, this happened. And she, at first I told her the second time, and she didn't really get what I said until I explained it the 3rd time. And then she kind of gave me a hug and told me just to please stay safe. She kept my brother away from me at all costs.
How old were you when your grandma finally believed
18.
you? Wow.
Yeah.
So when they didn't believe you, how did that make you feel, and what effect do you think that had on you?
It made me realize that you can want someone in your corner, even if they're blood or not related to you. You can have someone in your corner or want someone in your corner, and they're not really truly deeply in your corner as much as you thought they were. You could be there for them, but they're not going to be there for you. So I just taught myself that you got to be here for yourself. If you're not here for yourself, who else got you for real? You might meet new people and you might have family, but that family can do you just as bad as the people out here that's just walking simply on the sidewalk. So it's either you have yourself or you let go. And at the end of the day, I have deep depression, so I have to thug it out, and I have to keep going, or at any moment in chance my body could give up. So I'm dealing with health issues at the moment. I have a cyst on my ovaries, so I've been dealing with that for 4 years.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get, no real medication for it. My mother genetically had it, but she didn't tell me until I was 18 until I got it. So now I'm trying to figure out how I can heal myself before it leads to life-threatening situations. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, when your friend's dad had the crack and all that stuff, was that the first time that you had smoked crack?
It's not the first time I would, but it was the first time that I came encounter with crack before. Yes, that's the first time I came encounter with it. And he did try to put it in my system, but I'm a smoker. I'm a real pothead. So me being me, I know how to hit something and I know how to fake hit something. So when he was trying to, all I did was it didn't even go into my system.
Right. Blow it back out.
As soon as it goes into my system, I know I wasn't gonna be myself.
Be there, yeah.
So that's why I was just like, I stayed safe as possible. That was the one and only time I came in encounter with someone that I met that had it. But I have been around people and families and parents that do it to this day, and they won't stop. They won't get help, and that's not really my problem because I'm not on that. But I look mainly towards the kids because the kids need their parents, and they really don't care to get themselves together for their kids. So it's just like it's a lot I'm going through. I'm over here taking care of her siblings and taking care of us, trying to get my dog back because I just had to give my dog away when I got homeless. And the person I put her in charge of, he ended up never texting me back, never calling me back. So I don't even know if he has my dog anymore. And that was my emotional support and my service animal.
Yeah, because you say you have depression.
Yeah,
was that an official diagnosis?
Yes, actually it was.
What age did that diagnosis occur?
15. My father took me. And
what triggered you going to see a therapist to even get that diagnosis?
My grandmother. My grandmother is a different woman now, but the woman she was back then, she was a real tough lady. So the things she would say to you is just on how her mother raised her. So it's just like, if I said you're this or you're that, she apologized to me later on in life because she knew it was wrong on what she said. But it's a lot of things my grandma said.
Give me an example
to me.
of what she said.
You're a hoe, you like to spread your legs open for everybody and always trying to get somebody else in trouble. You're a slob, you're a pig, you're a thought. Nobody's really gonna want to be with you for real. You always trying to mess up somebody else's relationships. You always trying to be in somebody else's business. That's why you're never involved. I was bullied by my family. I can say that I was bullied all the way.
Are they fair skinned like you are, or are they
black.
like they're darker skinned? So you feel like maybe I'm gonna turn you this way just a little bit. Thank you. Okay. So do you feel like that caused some of the bullying, some of that energy?
Yes, they were bullying me when I was little. When I was 5, I actually wasn't able to speak till the age of 5 because I had a speech impediment. So my family used to, for example, they would go in my grandma's house and break one of her expensive vases and it'd be like, oh, KYRA did it. Knowing I can't defend myself, knowing I can't do anything, they would blame me and I would get in trouble. So it's just like I was bullied majority of my life. When I was able to talk, I was trying to be around my cousins and my family a lot more, but they was basically telling me I wasn't worth being around and I was useless and basically I was a drag along and couldn't nothing good come from me. So I tried to, I kept my distance, and that's when I learned, stop trying to chase after people that don't want your attention or value you, because it's just going to break you down at the end of the day.
Yep.
And that's when I ended up just taking care of myself, and now that I started taking care of myself, that's when my cousins and my brother
want to come. They want to come around in. Just because we keep turning to the side, I know it might be a little bright, but I'm gonna have to get a little bit of good sunlight to get a good picture. All right, so okay. I do ask for truth and transparency. You've been very transparent, by the way, and we definitely appreciate it. But when it comes down to it, I do have a question about income. We're on Candler Road. Do you make plays and stuff like that?
I actually dance, but I don't do it over here because they got too much going on over here. But I dance. I just started dancing maybe a week ago because I was a worker. I used to work in establishments like Popeyes and Wendy's and stuff. But none of them over here is willing to really truly want to hire anybody of my age because they think we don't take the job seriously, which I definitely do. But they wouldn't know because they're too quick to judge. So I had to go and resort to something else. And my friend, she introduced me to it because she's been doing it for 3 years. So she was like, maybe there's something that you could do to get a little money on the side for you and to get you out of the situation you're in. So far, it's been so far so good. But I'm trying not to stay in this lifestyle because my mother was a dancer and she went down the wrong path. So I'm not trying to end up like my mom. I'm already trying not to do it as it is, but I got to do what I got to do to pay for my room.
So before that, how were you paying? You say just from the jobs and stuff, or like?
It was just me being a good person and me meeting the people I've met over time. I have a best friend that I love to absolute bits. He's been helping me out the most. He'll send me money so I can pay for my room, get me food, get whoever I need to get back and forth to work or wherever we need to go. He's been my angel.
How long has it been since the last time you had like a job or income or whatever?
February 7th of 2025.
So it's been a whole year.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, you know, just in all transparency, right? Has there been some times where you've decided like, okay, well, you know, I mean, I got to do what I got to do type deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that the first times in life that you did that, or were there other times in life where you
this is the very first time.
So that was the first time. The first time that you kind of did what you had to do type deal. How did you feel afterwards?
I mean, I felt all right because, I mean, I made some money. It may have not been as much as I hoped for, but it was something. And
how much was it?
It was like maybe $120, but I mean, that's, like I said, it's nothing. Kind of like chump change. It's like $1.29 in this economy.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
Like, you know, I made it that first night. And, the second night was the night where I got introduced to how certain people can really show their true colors to you, and they don't even have to know you. So it's just
what
like,
do you mean? What happened?
I got touched. I was touched inappropriately. Oh, excuse me. I was touched inappropriately. They were trying to touch on me inappropriately and trying to force me into sexual actions that I wasn't comfortable with. And I ended up, you know, me being me, I'm a woman, and I'm not gonna let nothing keep going on with me that I'm not comfortable with. So I went home, and I had to find new people to dance for because I didn't feel safe where I was. And
well, so when I was saying doing what you got to do, I was talking about making plays, meaning like,
yeah, I don't do that. I just dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but that's why I was saying for a whole year you didn't have income.
Yeah, I didn't make no plays. I did everything in the most legal and holy way possible.
Okay, yeah. I got you. So the dancing you're talking about is like private parties and stuff?
Yep.
Okay. So you know how that goes, right?
Yeah,
That you know, private parties are private for a reason.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered trying to dance at a club or anything like that?
Yes, but someone told me that I needed a pole dancing certification to do that, and that costs money. So I would have to. This is just a start. I'm not trying to do this forever. No, I'm not. This is supposed to be very, very temporary because I actually like to work and I like to gain a check every week or 2 weeks, however long it takes.
Right.
So it's just like, you know, this is just temporary until I can find me a job. But yeah.
Okay. What about your girlfriend? Is she
is
working and stuff like that?
She is working as we speak. Her job is not the best, even though it's pilot. It's not the best because of the manager that's running it. He's been cutting her hours, cutting her days, taking money out her checks for his own bonus, so he can have a bonus by the end of the month. It's a lot of things that he's done to her money and work.
I get it. So the money's kind of funny, and I get it.
So yeah, the dancing was a last resort because he had pulled that as soon as things went left for us in Steep. So I had to do something to help her out and help myself out. So just today, as you can see, I bought me a wig.
Yeah, you about to get your wig and get dolled up a little bit, and
I haven't bought nothing good for myself in a while. And so, you know, this hairstyle, I just bought the hair the other day, but it was only $5.99. So it's, you know, it wasn't nothing I was spending too much, but this is $50, and that could make a big damper on me paying for my room and all that. But I haven't done anything nice for myself since I got put out. So I just wanted to make myself feel happy for a little while.
That's right. It'll come back to you.
Yeah.
20 of it's coming right now. All right, so, well, listen, we appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way for them to do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
I do have a social media. I tried to make a GoFundMe a while ago, but nobody really wanted to help, so I ended up taking it down.
Okay.
But my Instagram is this. I don't got much signal, but that is my Instagram.
Okay, so what does that say? Let me move this out of the way.
Big DDK.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Y'all in these Instagram names, all right?
I had to come up with something because I didn't. I had changed my username for like 6 years.
Okay.
So,
And do you have Cash App?
I do.
What's your Cash App?
Vibing with Kai Kai. Actually, I'm gonna just show you.
Man, you're tiny. How much do you weigh? Like
weigh
100 pounds soaking wet, right?
Yeah,
110, something like that.
99. So
99. Yeah.
I'm 87 pounds at the moment.
Wow, why are you so small? I mean, like, why are you so small?
I haven't
But like,
been able to eat much, so the weight I did have, all my healthy weight disappeared because I've been so stressed, and then me not being able to get food did it a damper on me as well. So my weight gone. I probably have an eating disorder, but
okay. So vibing with Kai Kai. Okay, so let me just put that there so in case I forget it. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna ask you this, and I know, you know, I don't want to tick you off or nothing like that, but I'm gonna ask because ultimately there's gonna be a lot of guys that watch this and they're gonna say, oh, she's young, cute, pretty, all that stuff, seems to have a good head on her shoulders and everything else. They're gonna maybe reach out, Instagram, stuff like that, make offers to you, say, hey, you know, I got a house, I got a car, I got this stuff you can have and live and whatever. What's ultimately would be your response to that?
If I can't take my girlfriend with me, then no. Because I didn't been offered places to stay in the last 4 months, but they keep trying to exclude my fiance, which
is she like a more femme or more masculine?
She's masculine.
Okay, so is it a deal where if she comes over, like, because obviously they'll be wanting sex and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
If is it a deal where if she comes over, will all of y'all be able to, you know, do it? Like, have y'all ever done like threesomes and stuff like that?
She's
okay.
possessive and I am too. So.
Okay, so it ain't going down.
Nah.
All right, fellas, you heard her, all right? All right, well, listen, like I say, we really appreciate you. Definitely wish you nothing but the best, all right?
Thank you.
Make sure you have a good one, sweetie.
You too.
All right, all right.